All right, do you have a brownfield site? Don't stress out. I'm going to show you exactly what to do because I've got one too. Right across the street from here is 4.5 acres, and this is a brownfield site. See that train coming through? We're about to have rail access over here too. Now you're probably asking, Franklin, how the hell is that possible that you have a brownfield site and you could put rail? Well, let me walk you through it, son. All right, so the first thing is, can you actually build on a brownfield site? Yes, you can. Say it with me, you can. What happens is when you're dealing with a brownfield site, you're gonna get a letter or letters, and you're gonna get all these instructions. At least I'm talking about from my own experience, from what I call the alphabet. That's the EPA, that's every environmental service you could think about a lot of times touches a landfill site, especially the one behind us. And right over here, this is actually where we're doing all veteran housing all the way through here. This is going to be 108 units. And behind us, we found out that we could potentially put about almost 35 rail cars in 2 different rail spurs. But let's go back to the brownfield site. So what happens is you're going to basically get a report on your property on the brownfield. Now, you may have known this when you bought it or not, that it's a brownfield site. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. It all matters what's your goals. In this report, it's going to let you know what you can and cannot do on your site. On my site, I wanted to do affordable housing on that site, and that was kind of our thought process because we wanted it to use the Florida statute, the Live Local Act, and the Live Local Act will give us that capability of going that route, right? Of actually bypassing this entire ordeal of brownfield, which typically a brownfield just means there was some kind of contamination, not necessarily on your site. Like ours, when we read the report, it didn't happen on our site. It was actually the site next to us. And it was 7 gallons of gasoline, I think it was, or 30 gallons of gasoline on their site. And then it got designated a brownfield. The state has spent, I think, like $8 million. It's been this whole ordeal for 30 plus years. It's actually pretty fascinating if you're into this nerdy stuff. So it is what it is. Anyway, let me go back to it. I digress. So 1, you can build on it. You got to read the report. EPA is going to give you a point of contact. That person is basically, that is your POC, right? That's your main POC, your point of contact. And they're going to be, and it rotates every couple years sometimes. That person is going to be able to tell you what you can and cannot do. On my site, I can do light industrial, rail, and logistics. Why? Because rail and logistics, actually, a lot of times, it is a cheaper way to bring in items to your city. And that's what they want, right? So, you know, at the end of the day, your county and your city is a business. And so if they can bring down the cost of anything at all, sometimes they say yes. Now, sometimes they're kind of like the military, which is like, hurry up and wait. It is what it is. Don't even dive into that. But what I would say is, number 1, again, don't panic. Number 2, understand the ABC agencies. Number 3, read the packet line by line. Number 4, industrial possibly could be your friend, but you want to make sure that you get the approval process and understand exactly what you need to do from your point of contact on how to get everything approved the way they want it. Now, you could follow up like crazy and let them know, because you want to build a relationship. You don't want to build anxiety. You actually want to say, okay, perfect, we're going to get this done. This is great. This is what we're doing to move forward. How can we move this quickly as possible? Possibly, if you can get city commissioners or county commissioners or even the mayor to write you a letter of support or even be in the meetings to help you push this forward. Because having rail in your city, a new rail especially, is going to help the economy, period. Because even if the people who's the company bringing it in, it's going to supply jobs. It's going to supply, whoever's picking up the freight. Like, it does a lot of good, just a lot. Expect possible issues as well. So, meaning they may not follow up with you as fast. They may not. They may or they may not. My biggest thing is, if you can meet your point of contact face to face, so they know you, they like you. Don't be a jerk, right? Back when I was an Army recruiter, we used to just send all the teachers donuts. as much as possible. Great, like we want to get in your English class, you know, because if you talk to all the English students and the math students, those are the seniors, because you have to pass English and math. So anyway, if you didn't know that, now you know. And the last thing is the goal is to play nice, follow the rules, and improve your area with your brownfield site. As a developer, you're gonna win. You know, you're gonna win on your education aspect of it. You're gonna win in a sense of you're doing something great for the community. And you know, this is all it right here. It's 4.5 acres. So yeah, hopefully you get something out of this. At the end of the day, what you've got to look at is your absolute goal is to figure out and read your Brownfield pamphlet that they're going to give you related to your site. It basically states anything and everything related to your site. How do you move it forward as quickly as possible? And again, don't forget, find who your point of contact is, email her, set up a Zoom call, let her see your eyes. Eyes are windows to the soul. So do your thing. All right, be blessed. Hopefully this helps, but don't freak out if you got a Brownfield site. Everything's going to be fine. It's just a little bit more paperwork, but you're ready for that. You got this. Oh yeah, also if you can, if you're dealing with any kind of issues on the Brownfield site, or if you got any kind of questions related to it, do me a favor and on the comments below, tell me exactly what you got out of this video. Would really help. And then what is one big constraint that you're probably dealing with on a piece of land or property as well. And I'll see what I could say on that. So let's have the conversation down on the comments. Bye.